It's time to put your costume on and listen to the Longcast.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to the LongCon Podcast, episode 22, where we talk conventions, cosplay, and other facets of geek culture. I'm Kevin, and we've got some guests here.
Introduce us.
This is Steph. I'm not going to do any fancy introductions this time.
Which one's Steph? You might want to tell which one Steph is.
I already clicked the icon.
Minuscule blonde one.
How do we know?
This is Nick. He's playing the leg.
That guy's leg.
Right, that guy's leg. This is Missy.
Hi.
The artist formerly known as Missy.
No.
She's still known as Missy.
She's just a symbol. And
this is Jess. And this is Dale.
Yay, I'm last.
Dale's best.
I literally went through the icons on the bottom of my screen.
Everyone sucks but Dale.
I don't think Nick understands what last means, but okay.
So, it's January, it's the new year. It's been the new year for 30 days. And, so, first podcast of 2015, so...
Yay! Hooray!
Can I just point out, Kevin, that it looks like you're kind of drinking a Bloody Mary, which is really funny.
Kind of drunk.
It's a mocktail, I promise.
You badass.
Mary.
We were talking about Harry Potter earlier, and this is a Harry Potter-inspired drink. If you go on to the Drunken Moogle, they have mocktails up there, and it was one of those. I'm like, I like sparkling grape, orange juice, and ginger ale. And apparently that cat does too.
I'm sorry, you guys. My cat is old.
Is that Mink?
He's like a little worse for wear.
Oh, Minkers.
She actually can't turn left anymore, so...
Like Zoolander?
got a lot of gifts, but hanging a Louis.
Yeah.
She's the anti-NASCAR cat. And this is apparently the LongCon Podcast.
Yeah.
Best. Missy's on for 5 minutes and there's already a ginormous cat pun.
Did you not see Suki a minute ago hanging out?
Yeah.
She was standing in front of my screen.
I saw her. You were making her dance. It was pretty cute.
You were making her dance.
I'd make Mink dance, but she has arthritis.
Mink will eat your face.
I just want to call attention early to the naked mannequin behind me.
It's okay. There's a squid of censorship.
Yeah, the squid of censorship is always protecting your virgin eyes.
Don't remove those tentacles, or we'll have to be re-rated by the ESRB. So anyway, we usually ask questions, or ask for questions, or if anybody has any questions for us or talking points. Apparently everybody's been saving them up for the past couple months, and they just dumped them on us today. So,
apparently everyone's been saving them up for the last couple of this podcast.
Yeah, all the other podcasts of this year.
And every other year.
Yeah. So, I don't know if we want to jump into that, or if you guys have anything to bring up.
Well, if we don't, we'll forget about it, and then we'll have to spend the last 10 minutes doing it.
Yeah, he's right.
Just jump in.
Jump right in.
Before we start that, do we want to address Jay's question that he never actually... I don't think he actually asked the podcast regarding Kidnap Theater?
He didn't ask the podcast.
Alright, well, I know he put it in the comments of last month that said still no answer on that. So, Jess, would you like to address that? Since you actually have a script.
I do have a script. It's been sitting on my iPad since, like, November of, like, 2 years ago.
November of 2 years ago?
Well, yeah. Well, it wasn't last November, because that just happened. I'm talking about the
okay. Yeah, I get it.
Like
So a year and 2 months ago.
Yeah. I do have one.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be released. I just got to remember to do it.
Well, the current state of affairs and the timeline that we decided to start establishing, and kind of, I don't know, I kind of regret it a little bit that we have a timeline to carry over or a
You know, it would
storyline
be
or
really
whatever.
easy to fix that hiatus where you're just like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let's go resurrect Dale.
Like they did last time.
So anyway, in that, Dale's character, who is Dale, has died, and now we
It's
have
a
to
very
bring him back.
complicated cast. All right.
Yes.
It is.
hard to comprehend. So anyway, Jay, to answer your question, I don't know when we're gonna do it, but we have a script in place.
Let's try to do it this spring once it gets a little nicer out.
That sounds fine to me, as long as we can work around con season.
Well, we do need to film outside, so.
Mm-hmm.
And we were gonna do it on what was it, Nick's parents' deck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Easy. It still exists, so.
The deck still
Is
exists.
it like a flux thing? It might not exist or something?
It's Schrodinger's deck. Sometimes it's alive and sometimes it's dead. It just depends if you're standing on it.
Much like, I don't know. It just didn't make any sense.
I don't know. People usually don't let me talk that long.
We're gonna cut you
Are
off.
you Jerry?
Yeah.
Okay. If anybody has anything else to say, I would say it now. Otherwise, I'm going to get into questions.
I think we should call him Rick instead of Nick.
All right. Rick, do you have anything that you would like to add?
Rick can get on board with this. And all he has to say is that maybe you should invest your time in a timeshare.
Why do you get Brannigan now?
Rick sells timeshares and talks like Zach Brannigan.
I don't know who this Rick is.
And he likes his water smooth, without ice.
Okay.
Shitty
So,
commercial.
yes. Anyway, the first talking point, I guess it is, so it's from Adi, and he just says leather. Has anybody here worked with leather extensively?
Not
None of
extensively.
these are
A little
questions.
bit.
You asked for questions.
I did ask for questions
words.
and or talking points, and this is a talking point, so he wants us to talk about leather.
Leather
All
makes everything smell good when you put it in storage.
It
I can
does.
hear that.
My whole SIF last year was made of leather, but I didn't really work with it so much as forced it to be sewn together.
Yeah.
I mean, forcing it to be sewn together is more advanced leatherworking than I've ever done in my life.
Likewise.
I've
Yeah,
done
it's a
some
little bit of
painting
mine.
leather.
Nick's coat is made out of leather.
It is.
Yeah. My,
Dale,
yeah.
what did you say? Your internet decided to lag, and then you turned into
Yeah, it is not having a fun time with all these people. for some
your super deteriorated image there.
That's just his normal reason.
Dale is slowly phasing out of existence
I
like
thought
my
you were gonna say that's just his normal face.
reason. I'm going through a tunnel.
You're always going
Yeah,
through
his
a
house is going through a tunnel.
Dale's house. That was
I said the most leather working I did was eBay.
You worked on getting leather.
Yeah,
That
I
works.
acquired it, so that's a
Yeah.
form of working.
Yeah, I made Josh do it.
I've had Josh show me how to do it, but I don't remember most of that, so...
Yeah, see, what I did was I gave Josh money, he went away, and came back with perfectly made leather.
That's actually my plan right now. Not with the job.
Yeah, it works.
So you've got the leather question profit.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a loss there. I don't think there's a profit to be had.
Dawn's going to profit.
Yeah, yeah. Other people profit.
Yes. Well, I didn't
When you
specify.
wear pretty things and take lots of nice pictures in them.
That's a profit in a
no,
certain
that's-
sense, but I lose money in this hobby. I don't make money.
I was gonna say, Steph, I think that's a different kind of a hobby.
I think we
I'd
can
like-
get into that.
I'd like to get into leatherworking, just so I can remake this and remake a couple or make a couple other things, but I have not really acquired any skills. The most extensive leatherworking tutorial I had was watching Josh make, what was it, a belt or something like that?
Possibly.
Steph, it was over at your place at, was that C2E2 last year?
Oh, he
Maybe.
He was adding something to your malcoat, wasn't it? Like buckles.
The buckles. He added the
Yeah.
buckles to my coat.
So I watched.
I thought you said sparkles.
Yeah, he added the
Adding the
sparkles.
sparkles.
You should put sparkles on your coat now.
Yeah.
That'll be like a Twilight vampire Mal.
Yeah, you need like a glitter cannons in here. So when you open, no, this is a Dale thing.
It could be Malibu Mal.
You open,
No, there's
you
no.
open the coat, and it's just like. Except in this scenario or this analogy, the glitter is chest hair.
Malibu.
Malibu Mal.
Yeah, I'd like to acquire skills because I do not have them.
You don't. God save you.
When Kevin was dead at Dragon Con, what was it, like 2 years ago? and everybody was passed out in the room. I got bored, so I went down to the leatherworking panel, and pretty much between that panel and what I've heard everybody talk about leather, just walk into a Tandy leather store and they will tell you what to do.
Oh,
so, yeah.
So I should find a Tandy leather store in my area.
Find Tandy leather and just go in there. I think there might be one in Chicago. I'm not sure.
And also, go to
Possibly.
Feb on Facebook and look at Feb stuff.
I watched her Twitch stream today. She was making a bunch of stuff.
Kevin, use the internet to put links on there.
Done.
Woohoo! Look what I did.
I'd laugh if he actually didn't do it and just said that. He's just like.
I'll add an annotation like, look at this jerkwad.
Yeah.
Thinks he
Kevin,
knows things. I'll probably
wanna-
add that anyway.
I'm going to do things to make sure that Kevin is paying attention when he's editing, so I'm going to be like, hey, Kevin, put my Twitter handle right here. If it's not there.
Nick, I put them on the bottom of the screen last time.
I want it here.
He hasn't gotten skills to put anything anywhere else.
Twitter handle.
You want Twitter squid nipples?
Twitter Squid Nipples. That's going to be my new Twitter handle. Registering it.
Are you checking to see if it exists?
At Squid Nipples.
I'm actually going to check to see if that exists.
I wouldn't doubt that it actually exists.
I'm kind of worried.
I would suggest not Googling those words together.
I'm going to Google it.
I'm going to Twitter because that was in question.
Squid Nipples.
Squid
Let's get this trending. Oh, it exists. What is he tweeting? Squid Nipples. God damn it, I'm so bored. Squid Nipples. Can I touch your panda pouch? Squid Nipples. Hello, I wish to be your neighborhood squid advisor. Please keep your hands to yourself.
So far, this is going as well as planned.
I'm gonna follow Squid Nipples. He's only got one follower.
It's
Let's all follow Squid Nipples.
I don't want to follow Squid Nipples.
Follow Squid Nipples.
It's on that list, alright? I don't want to know.
You know what you need to do, Nick? The real squid nipples. And then your profile picture is
Is the picture behind him of the naked
it's back there.
True squid nipples.
I literally took my mouse and I wiggled it around in that area, but nobody's gonna see that.
Yeah.
All right,
It just
so
looks like you were brushing Missy's couch.
Adi wants to know our upcoming convention plans.
Well, Adi can come and find out himself.
Well, so first thing this year, what's your next convention?
Indiana?
Indiana.
Comic-Con?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that is when?
March 13th.
I'm pretty sure I have to work that weekend, which addresses a question later on. I think Jay asked it, so let me see here.
Switch with Jeremy. Jeremy wants to switch with you. You want to go to Indiana Comic-Con and pet the corgi.
My mom is getting one of those now.
Everybody but Kevin.
I want one. I've wanted one for a long time.
Yeah, my mom wanted one for like 10 years.
Your mom's getting a Comic-Con?
A Comic-Con.
Dale made that comment. Dale made that comment. It just kind of sat in the back of my mind, and I was like, wait, did you say that?
Listen, I know my internet's being shitty right now, but I don't think it's that bad.
Dale, I'm the one with the lag in this scenario.
Steph, doesn't your mom already have a con? Isn't it Gen Con?
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. There we go.
She's greedy. She wants more.
Yeah, you can't have more than one con. You can have one at most.
I want all the cons. So after that, it's C2E2, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's April 24th to the 26th.
Yeah, I
Something
think
like
so.
that.
Okay, I'm pretty sure those are the dates. I have to take off for those, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to come to Indiana Comic Con for that reason because I won't
Switch
have enough
for
vacation.
that. Kevin, you had like 11,000 days of vacation left at the end of the year last year.
Not last year. I didn't. I used up all my personal time. I had almost all of my sick days gone, and all of my vacation was pretty much gone. I had enough to carry over to this year.
I'm still gonna harass you about it. Switch with Jeremy. Jeremy
I'll
wants to switch.
see what I can do.
He wants to switch. He told me.
And we're still not going to ASTEM, I'm assuming.
Never again.
When have we gone to ASIN?
2010.
There
No,
you
I
go.
think it was 2011 because I think the last time everybody went. Well, I don't know everybody,
Yeah.
but the last time,
2011.
The last time we all stayed there was
yeah,
a long time ago.
because we were there
2011.
Friday and Saturday. I think 2012 was it just you and me?
Yeah.
Okay, and then
And we
we
stayed
didn't.
there for like 4 hours, and then we're like, time to leave.
Oh, that was the year when they pulled the fire alarm.
No,
Yep.
it was the year before they started pulling fire alarms every year. That was the year that the embassy almost burnt down.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That was the last time we all were there. He was talking about the last time Wyatt and I were there.
Just he and I, we were
Oh,
there, and somebody
gotcha.
pulled the fire alarm, and I was just like, "You want to go home?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Was that when Raptor Jesus got arrested, or was that
No, that was a long
the
time
one
ago.
where we all were there.
that was 2011,
No.
right?
That was 2010, I think.
That was 2010, because that was when we first started hanging out with the blonde ones.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we met you guys at ASEM.
Yep.
Very good, Bly.
Resident Evil, good times.
Yep. So after that.
Wait. So if we met them in 2010 as Resident Evil, are we going to meet HD versions of them this year?
Really?
Do you guys
How
want
would
to?
arrange that?
Do you guys want to bring Resident Evil to C2E2?
Oh god, I have so much stuff to do at
Everybody's just like, nah.
I can't fit in mine. I'm too fat.
I don't know what.
Mine is ready to go, but that's a lot of costumes for one weekend.
Yeah, I already have
too
3.
fat for that.
I can sleep in it. Does that count?
Nick, what about your Stars version of Chris?
That's
Is that even worse?
no. It's just
Because that conceals your padding. You've got like a flak jacket.
yeah, but the flak jacket is so short. I would look like
I do still have Stars Jill I can wear.
So it would be a fat jacket.
yeah, I'd be a
Well,
fat jacket.
Who would you wear, Bly, if you had to do it?
I mean, I could go either Midnight Wesker or Stars Wesker.
And you could fit in either one of those?
We could do a Stars group.
I'd look better in Stars Wesker than Midnight Wesker.
That's not what I asked.
Right.
Let's do a Stars group.
I'd be down with that.
I don't know about C2E2, but we could do photos at least sometime in the world.
Well, I
We
need
could do
to.
it for Sunday of C2E2. I'm down.
I need to start doing push-ups.
Yeah, man. Get on it.
Yeah. Yeah, you tell them, Steph.
I do tell him every day.
She does.
Summer cons for anybody other? Okay, before August or July.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Did you want to bring that up or no?
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about that. At the end of July, it's the weekend before Gen Con. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to Gen Con. I work the weekend of Gen Con, or I'm scheduled. But the week before, Dale and I are going to fly down to Alabama because I got invited to be a guest at Magic City Con. So I'm going to do that. So I'll be there. That's July. I should know this. I think it's the 25th.
Cos famer. Thrill as they look for the date of the con. Marvel as they look through their phones.
It is
24th through the 26th.
July 24th through the 26th, yeah.
Very good. Very good, Bly.
I would never attend any con that would have me as a member.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
Thanks for going to Dragon Con.
anyway, she wanted me there, the person who was coordinating the event, so she paid for my airfare, or she's going to. Hotel room is covered. So we basically just have to get there, and I can split the cost with Dale as far as travel goes. And then Audie is going to join us, and is Kelsey joining us?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as it's okay with you and...
Oh, that's fine by me.
Okay.
Kevin usually puts the kibosh on people having friends, so that's why Dale had to check.
Look at all the people at the bottom of the screen. Look at all these people I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
In
No,
absolute,
You just added a bunch of blonde chicks to your.
Dale is
That's
the
true.
blondest of all the chicks.
Yeah. In fairness, I know everyone because of Kevin, so
It's true.
yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, we met Kevin first too.
Yeah, Kevin and Dale. But we technically did meet you, Nick. We were in the same area.
Yeah.
It's just because Kevin's so tall, he's above the crowd all the time.
I'm a landmark.
Yeah.
Because yeah, remember we found all those pictures where we're standing next to each other and we're
Yeah,
like,
and
ooh,
oh,
creepy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I should see if I can pull that up.
It's from 2009.
2009?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was the Resident Evil shoot in 2009.
'Cause, yeah,
where
then we
they're
like
next to
became
each other.
friends at Chicago
Oh,
Comic Con
That's what I
2009.
got.
Yeah.
I put this on my desk. Well, it was always on my desk, but
Well, you still probably put it on your desk.
I know there's a picture somewhere in here.
Oh, is that the one that I made?
Yes. Nick made this awesome book.
You look on the top. Mine's up there always.
Oh yeah, I have mine on my bookshelf too.
I should make more. It's just the program updated and it got hard to use.
All right, so
Okay, old man
since-
yells at cloud.
since I don't want to go through my Facebook feed right now and for photos and try to figure out where it is, there's this picture of Steph and I right there. Me as Wesker and her as Jill, and the height
Oh, I
difference
thought you
is
were Jill.
scary.
I'm short.
So I'm sure I'll put that
I
up.
even have 4-inch heels on.
Hobbit, be quiet. Don't have to speaking.
Kevin also had 4-inch heels on, so
No, I had like some awesome rain boots that actually work well as Wesker boots.
Oh, okay.
So after that, are you guys going to Gen Con with the Murphinsons?
If
I
I
mean,
get with my vacation, I will.
All right.
What?
What?
Kevin, what are you doing?
He's trying
I'm
to
putting this back in the bag
Alright,
to
okay.
keep it pristine.
All right. Assuming we go to Gen Con, and then after that, I believe is Dragon Con.
Yep.
And that, I mean,
so
that I
yeah.
already got my badge.
No Wizard World.
No.
We'll have to pay for it.
A resounding no from Missy.
No.
No.
Well, last time we went to Wizard World, it was what, $100 or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we
Price is
didn't go
like-
in.
I'm just
gone
gonna go
through-
and stand in the lobby.
Yeah.
Lobby
If it was
con.
less, maybe, but not with it being that much.
No, this has been on me the whole time. I'm sorry, because of the book.
We're not that surprised. It usually is.
Yeah, I don't really even want a LobbyCon Wizard World. I was kind of annoyed by getting there.
Fine.
Yeah, well, you didn't just LobbyCon. You ran away and went inside, and then we just sat there.
Because I wanted to look at David Boreanaz.
So did I, but I
Want to
didn't
spend
have the
$100. It was nice to test out our costumes, though.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do.
We got what was it? We got out of the car and we tried to walk. We went the wrong direction.
Oh yeah, that was we
Yeah,
went
it
towards
was the blind
freeway,
leading
yeah.
the blind. Nick had his Star-Lord helmet on, so he couldn't see much. He had more visibility than I did because I got these like tiny little slits from my Hellgate Hunter goggles. So it was the blind leading the blind.
Into traffic.
Oh, that was the worst traffic day ever. I forgot
Yeah,
about
it
that.
was. It was the worst. That's why I don't want to go.
Yeah, it took us 2 hours to get there from like 30 minutes away.
So we're
That's
not
true.
going to the Donald E. Stevens Center at all this year?
I don't see any
Okay.
reason to.
No,
I would
no,
prefer not to.
no
Yeah.
Steve. No
Not
Steve.
unless they pay for your plane ticket, boy.
Yeah. DashCon? DashCon?
Yeah, yeah. Let's go to that. Let's give up Dragon Con. We'll go to DashCon. That sounds like
Yeah.
a plan.
Go to
Jen,
Is that the
DashCon
ball
instead.
pit con?
Yes.
Tumblr gun. Jen apparently heard us because she sent me a text that said squid nipples. So it's a thing now.
No. She's the one who owns Squid Nipples. You should know this.
She's the one tweeting from Squid Nipples.
Yeah,
Did you forget what her name is on Steam? That sounds pretty close.
that's I guess.
What's Jen's name on Steam?
Oh no. Okay. All right. Next
Tell
thing.
me after. Tell me
Dragon
after.
Age Inquisition multiplayer.
Yeah. So
To be honest, I think we should skip that one since I don't know how many of us.
okay, Dale and I have played it. Have any of you other Nick? You played it for a little bit when I was there.
I wasn't impressed.
Okay.
I haven't been able to play it yet.
Nick didn't play. He selected the skills and you played. It was
That's
like
it's true. He watched me play.
All of
Surprisingly,
selecting
adapted
skills.
really well to the Xbox controller once I figured the buttons out.
okay.
Maybe if I had people to play with, it would be more fun.
Maybe you should get it on your computer, Nick, and play with me on
Yeah.
Origin.
Yeah,
Maybe you should play other games instead.
play with us, Nick.
Nick, what are you playing on?
Dragon Age on the Xbone.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
good.
that's too bad. That's just no.
If Missy's giving you pity, that's how bad it is.
No, I'd rather play it. I wouldn't play it on PC.
I saw her kick a hobo once that got hit by a car.
You didn't. That never happened.
That did happen.
Um,
I saw it also.
Speaking of Xbox and Dragon Age, apparently my coworker is like, "Hey Kevin, I picked up Dragon Age Inquisition." I'm like, "Oh, okay. What do you have it for?" He's like, "Xbox." I'm like, "Okay. Are you gonna play the other games?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "All right, let me explain you a thing." And I sat there for about an hour trying to explain how Thetis works to him, and I was like,
The guy
Go-
no longer wants to play the game.
At the end,
I'm
we
like-
took it back to GameStop.
Yeah.
He's like, well,
I'm like, just go into the keep and hit play, and you'll get a run through of basically the premise of what the story was about, and then you can adjust your choices from there. And so he did, and he's like, that makes a lot more sense than what you said. Thanks, Alex.
And this is why you're not the storyteller.
that's true.
No, when I lead, yeah, bad things happen.
Says the guy who just told us that he's going to a con to do a panel.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing more than a panel.
Because he was summoned.
Yep. So, yeah, that's about all we have to say. They're running a crazy event this weekend too, Dale. So
Oh, they usually are.
for multiplayer.
Propcraft.
Propcraft.
I have no idea what that really means.
How do you guys propcraft?
Prop making props, I'm
Yes,
assuming?
making props.
I don't know. Maybe it was a new thing where you could buy props. I don't
All right, I got a
World
logical
of Propcraft?
segue here. Yes, it's a game. It's been
Yeah.
around for ages.
know.
Dragon
You little
Ages.
blocks and everything.
I have a logical transition here because I just built this. This is a shield from Dragon Age, and I built it out of cardboard. It's a prop. I crafted a prop.
That looks like it's got some leather on it, Kevin.
It's actually pleather,
Close enough.
so it's vinyl. It's not leather, but
So I did.
I added it
So
down.
basically, what you're saying is you lied twice. A,
I-
did leather work,
This
and B, that is not a cardboard made
This-
completely of cardboard.
this shield is a shield of lies.
It protects against the truth.
Right. So anyway, that's a thing. So now I have to edit like 340 gigs of video footage together into a tutorial.
I thought you said it was a
Yay!
terabyte.
I said it's a third of a terabyte, which is
Oh.
about a third of a terabyte.
30 terabytes?
Yes, 30 terabytes.
All the terabytes. He's really
In order to make this video tutorial, I need to run at least 2 Skynets at once.
That's recommended.
Yes. No, that's true. So I like cardboard because it's cheap. I got like cardboard props. This one is cardboard. That's the cardboard assault rifle. Most of this that's stuff.
The stuff we can see.
I can't direction here. It's all backwards for me.
Point to the wall, Pat. Keep going.
That's cardboard. There's foam in there.
So,
And then
the shades over there, that's cardboard. That lamp, that's cardboard. The mirror is made out of cardboard.
That's cardboard, and that's got some cardboard.
Kevin,
The wall made out of cardboard.
how did you make the mirror look like a mirror out of cardboard? Like, why is it shiny and reflective?
I used more cardboard, and I smashed it together, and with such force came more cardboard.
That doesn't sound right.
You know what doesn't sound right? Rick.
Hey, Rick does what he needs to do to survive.
It's true.
Alright.
So do you guys have any like preferred materials for props?
Every time I make a prop, I go to Menards first, and I just wander around until I find stuff that looks like the thing I want to make.
I loved the PVC aisle.
That's what we did for my Star-Lord jets.
It was
Blue
true.
jets.
We were like, that kind of looks like a shape. Let's get that.
Yep, I just look for the shapes, and I'm like, I could rig that into something. Unless it's heavy, because I don't want to carry that.
Get a cart.
That's what happened.
Says the one who took my RPG from me as Legolas.
I mean, that's not very heavy, though. I'm not going to, like, make a, I don't know, what the hell you would make at Menards that's heavy. Wood props, metal props.
Wood props, probably.
Yeah.
Or metal ones.
Yeah. They're cool, but I don't really feel like lifting weights through an entire convention.
I'm gonna do that with my scythe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, your scythe is the perfect example. That
It's
thing is
heavy.
like, you might as well be carrying like 5 toddlers.
I'm so
But it's
proud.
better because it kills people.
Yeah, way better.
It is way better.
I don't have to feed it.
We can all agree that a scythe is better than 5 toddlers.
I hear that scythes don't
Sure.
poop everywhere.
Exactly.
It's true. Dale, what did you say?
I was gonna say Bianca's not that heavy. She's made out of wood and metal.
She has wood and metal in her. She's predominantly foam. Except for that one stupid board.
Well, there's 2 boards because I built the one as the guard.
Your face is bored.
A board, you.
Burn!
Water. That's what you do with boards.
Missy is 5 toddlers. This is what's going on.
Jess, what do you like to build with?
Mostly I do what Missy does and look around craft stores and, you know, various places finding things, or, you know, craft foam works for me.
You started to do that metal headpiece thing, but
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the soldering wasn't working. I would actually have to have a blowtorch for that.
I have a propane torch if you want to borrow it. I used it
I don't know if
for
that's a good
cooking.
idea in my apartment.
I use it all the time.
Yeah, it was. I took a jewelry making class, and I was like, this is gonna be no problem. I know how to do this already. So I started working at a little tiny like soldering knife. I was just like, this isn't working the way I expected it. So.
Well, first you get renter's insurance, and then you make blowtorch props in your apartment.
oh, we got renter's insurance.
Oh, we do have renters.
Then you're set. Have at it.
Life advice from Missy.
I actually
Get
solved that
insurance and go
problem.
nuts.
I did solve the problem of that metal thing, whereas I just found it online and bought it. Well, it was what I got for Christmas. The Galadriel tiara.
So I suppose we should keep going because we're finally through Adi's talking points.
Move it along, Kevin.
Yeah. Missy, did you want to talk about Hot to Hold Boyfriend?
Wait, what?
Your pigeon dating sim game that you said we should talk about.
That
My
you
pigeon
insisted.
dating sim?
Yeah, that you developed.
Yep, it's yours now.
Okay. I called you guys to convince you to come to Steph's birthday party, which was a lost cause from the beginning, because you were in the middle of playing a pigeon dating sim, and you just sent me a picture of, like, romancing some pigeons.
I do want to add, I want to interject, the next time I drove my car, like, literally the next time I drove it, the water pump exploded.
Yep. Completely, I mean, there's no way you were going to be there, even if you had decided to try to be there.
Yep.
The fates were working against us.
It was just doomed.
The fate just wants you to play Hot to Full Boyfriend.
Hot to Full Boyfriend is...
I haven't started the game. I have it, but I have not played it yet.
I think Dale is our most expert here on that game.
I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
That's why you're an expert.
Just kept hitting buttons, and then all of a sudden pigeons were people, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Sure you didn't, Dale.
And then all the guys were like, well, this person's athletic. I'm like, how the fuck is a pigeon athletic?
Well, you know, they always get away. You can't ever
This
pick them.
pigeon is studious. The fuck does that mean?
Do you
I
even
feel like
poo,
I
bro?
feel like playing that game will give me a whole new outlook of Chicago because there's pigeons everywhere.
You could date them.
That's
Maybe I'll take
like,
them.
well, that one looks studious, and that one is athletic.
Dale's gonna set up a blind date with his foot in a pigeon.
I would totally watch Let's Plays of all you guys playing that. Just saying.
I'm gonna make one. That's my plan.
I'm gonna watch it.
I did name the character after Dale, because, you know, obviously.
Obviously.
I don't even know what the hell's going on.
I would love to see
I feel
Dale
like
do
this is gonna end up horribly for me.
Dale do a.
Can we do a rage quit of Dale playing this
We
game?
should. Or, Dale, we should get together and try to play this game.
Okay, yeah, that's not gonna spark anything weird going on at all.
You could call it a long con lost cause.
That's true. So that's. I think we summarized it well there.
Hot to Full Boyfriend. Recommended.
Okay. So
I bought it during the Steam sale, so it wasn't that expensive.
So you guys,
Brains
the
out again.
viewer, should pay full price.
Give me
Rick
lots of
demands
chicks.
it.
So Ron's question: If you cosplayers could
No,
charge,
you have to do it in how he typed it. You have to do how he typed it.
Jen literally just texted me asking me to keep it down, so I'm not going to. Dale,
If you cosplayers could charge cosplay photos to have photos of your cosplay.
how much would you charge?
Yeah.
Did anybody catch that over the laughter?
How much I
Kevin?
would charge photographers to take photos of me?
If
Yeah.
if you cosplayers could charge cosplay photographers to have photos of you in your cosplay, how much would you charge?
Well, can I answer that
Well,
first?
Nick,
I already was offered this.
I mean, obviously, the cosplayer,
Just mute him now.
the cosplayer is owed this service by the photographer, obviously, who should come out there and pay us thousands of dollars for the privilege of looking at us.
How did you sound more snooty in that sentence than I've ever heard you sound before?
He's listening to a lot of NPR.
I was dialing it up. No, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Photographers paying cosplayers to take pictures of them.
I mean,
Well, I had that creepy message the other day that was like, I will give you $50 to $100 for Jill photos. I was like, okay.
Okay, I'm lagging out here, but I think that the only time a cosplayer should probably get paid is if, like, the photographer is looking for specific costumes and asking them to come to their space
Mhm.
Yeah.
and is giving them, like, a stipend as a reward, not like an
Yeah.
hourly pay or a salary or something.
Yeah, it's like getting a model if you have work that you
Yeah.
want to do, but if
It's like building your portfolio.
Yeah.
yeah, if they choose that, but you can't
Right.
tell them that taking pictures of you will build their portfolio. That's like telling people to get paid in exposure, which is the worst thing you can do on the earth.
So
Yeah.
my understanding, the
why
way
did
it
you have to get
usually
close to the camera for this?
the way it
Because I was making a
usually
point.
the way it usually works is there's just a mutual agreement that like one person has this costume they worked on and hopefully they look cool, or the photographer has an interest in how they look, and it's like, I'm gonna take pictures of you and make you look cool because I think you look cool, and it's just like a mutual agreement where it's no cost to either.
Yeah, because you
That's
already
my
spent money
understanding.
on the costume and your
Well-
photography equipment, so.
Right. So
Well, I guess it's who wants this. I mean, if the picture Ron posted on there is basically a photographer looking to do he was looking for basically models so he can build his portfolio. So in that kind of a case, since it's going for his career, then that makes sense. Or if it's more like, well, we're both at a con I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
why?
how I usually see it.
And then on the other side of it is if you want a photographer to go out of their way to take special pictures for
Yeah.
you, and you're going to want them to do all this work, because it's a lot. It's not just taking a picture. They have to do all the photoshopping and all the editing and stuff that they do. So then they should start to get paid.
I mean, like when I did pictures I asked Ron if he could do pictures for the calendar. I was like, "You're my first choice if you want." And he's like, "Yeah." And then I asked him if he wanted anything, and he's like, "No, dude, I don't want to be paid for this." So
No, you're supposed to say that you paid him a lot of money.
I paid him a ton. I did seriously.
We didn't
You
pay him.
shouldn't tell people he does things for friends.
We paid him in Oreos. It was fine.
Yeah, we had to bring him a
An
truck.
entire sleeve.
Unmarked truck, no license plates, completely full of Oreos.
Anyway, he was super nice about it, and he, of course, made a bunch of jokes while we were taking the pictures.
Yeah.
But he gave them to me, and then I edited them. But I mean, he was super cool about it. So thanks again, Ron. I appreciate it. So, but that was between friends, I would assume. That's probably not how it works with most cases.
No.
Yeah, I would say that would be just like a friend's case. If you didn't know the photographer, you would be just a jackass to try to get some random photographer to come out to wherever you want them and take special photos of you.
And then tell them that they can add it to their portfolio.
Yeah.
You'll get exposure for this.
And then they make your props, probably.
Yeah.
Make sure you add "I'm kind of a big deal" onto there somewhere. That's the selling point.
Yeah.
Hashtag Twitter famous.
Hashtag cosfamer.
Hashtag squid nipples.
I mean, that's a little more enticing than cos fame, so.
Squid nipples is more enticing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mystique involved.
Okay, there's stuff.
Tentacles.
Got really excited. All right. Next one.
Well, the last question in there is I guess it's the second one. How much is too much for a photographer to charge cosplayers for a photo shoot?
It depends.
Yeah, that one seems a little bit more abstract.
Because
It depends on how many people and how much time.
Right. Is it a group?
Locations.
Is it one?
Is there travel involved to get there and all that stuff? So
If you're just at a con and you're like, hey, can we block out this hour to shoot with us in this area, then I wouldn't expect to pay that much.
My cousin's wife is a professional photographer. I'm going to look at her rates.
I was looking at.
It's $5.36.
not a penny more.
Wait, what's minimum wage?
Well, they're trying to get it raised to $15 an hour, aren't they?
Yeah, it's 10 up here, something like that.
It's like $10.50
Quitting
each
my
hour.
job.
Yeah, $15 an hour is more than I make.
Wait, what state are we counting? Because they have different minimum wages. Wow, Mississippi has no minimum wage?
All right. Looking at
Alabama too. What the hell's wrong with you Southern people?
looking at this, she says in her biography page on her Facebook page, available for children, families, portraiture, weddings, events, anything else. Pricing starts at $75. So that's a professional photographer.
Is that an hour rate or what kind of?
I imagine it goes on. It just says it starts at 75. I'll look
It's
into
probably
it.
hourly.
Yeah, probably.
I was looking at professional headshot photography first the other day, and for a good headshot photographer for like a business photo, it's like it starts at $150 for an hour in the studio and 2 pictures.
Well, I'm assuming 2 really good pictures, not.
Yeah.
I saw the picture twice, and well, you look cross-eyed, so we're not.
Yeah, that's like 2 you pick out of the whatever that they give you, the contact sheets, and then they make.
Let me tell you, working in the news industry during like politics, or not politics, but any kind of election. Thank you. Election time. You can definitely tell the difference. You can tell the people who went to professionals. Other people, there were a couple people who just took selfies, and that was like vote for me. Like, you just pull out a phone. That's how much you care about being whatever.
No,
Well,
it just shows the people that they're down to earth. They know what's popular.
Yeah.
They know what kids are doing these
they're
days.
not wasting a whole bunch of
Hashtag-
money on pictures.
Hashtag vote for me.
Were they bathroom selfies at least?
I hope
No,
so.
they were not.
Mirror selfies.
But yeah, I mean, at its base level, you can definitely tell the difference. So, you know.
Doesn't bother me either way.
Well, I'm saying from professional photography to, you know, amateur photography. If there's a difference. That was my point. You can tell the difference between the two. So.
Maybe you can.
And Ron wanted to know if they charge that much and you accepted, what are you expecting to get out of that?
Well, it depends on how much, once again.
Yeah.
Well, let's just set it at 75, like what Nick said. What do you expect to get?
Am I alone, or are we doing it as a group?
Just yourself. Say you and Bianca.
I'd say maybe 2 to 3 good photos. I wouldn't expect any really more than that kind of a thing.
Okay.
I would say like 2.
Yeah, 2 or 3. That sounds like 3 sounds like even a lot for
Yeah,
$75.
three sounds like a lot to me. So.
I mean, we all have the quality aspect in mind, so yeah, I'd say about 3.
I think that sounds about right, because when I went to the Skyrim photo shoot, they had a professional guy from Atlanta come out and do it, and I think they had package deals, and you know, you got an access key. If you give them their information, they sent you an email to go on their website and check all the proofs, and then you got to pick 3 out of those for whatever package deal you got, and that was about the same.
And then they'd clean them up.
Yeah, I'd expect to get like see a set of photos and then pick the ones that I would want.
That's how a lot of
Whatever.
the wedding photographers work too.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to just pick like, here's 3 that I really like.
No,
Here you
yeah.
go.
These are the ones I think you should choose. Alright, so moving on. Excuse me.
Dad noises.
There we go. Yep. Juan wants to know what got you to start cosplay and why.
I feel like we've answered this in the past.
Have we?
We'll do it again.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again. Like, I was roommates with my friend Whitney, and she was going to conventions, and they sounded cool. And then she invited me to go to ASEN back in 2009. I was like, sounds good to me. So I made a snake costume, and we went.
Yeah, I went because I saw Kevin's photos from that.
Yeah, you went to C2E2 the next year, I believe. That was your first one, right?
No, Reactor.
You're right, Reactor. You were house.
Oh, Reactor.
Dale, you went to Reactor as well as the engineer.
Yes, but
We
that
saw
was
you
my
guys
first
there.
time. Remember?
You were there as Mario at ASEN.
Yeah,
That
and
was just-
you
that was
invited me to come, and I made it Mario.
I remember we didn't even paint it. You
The
had a white-
stupid pink hat.
I took a red marker and literally colored it on the bus.
Well, we dyed it first, and that went horribly, horribly wrong.
It was pink.
Yeah. Looked like Gay Pride Mario. I mean, yeah.
It was supposed to be this color. That color. It was not. I can't finger.
Just stop.
Nope.
Just stop it.
Yeah. Just done.
Just chalk it up to a loss, buddy.
And why did I start cosplaying? Well, I mean, that was the reason why. It was friends, and it looked cool.
Mhm.
And then I went, and I keep going for those same reasons. It's
To become
friends
cos
and-
famous.
That's not my end goal. It's just to continue having fun.
To be on Heroes of Cosplay.
Because that's the be all and all. That's how you know your people.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how you know it's people.
That's how Rick plays.
That's how you do.
Yeah, that's how Rick plays.
Jay wants to know, what are your thoughts on the new Lego Helicarrier?
There's like 5 people who didn't answer the question.
Yeah, it's alright. It's fine. We're done. No, we don't care. We got the
We don't
biggest one to answer.
Go
Don't care
ahead.
about the rest of you peons.
Go ahead. Nobody was chipping anything in.
The white men had finished
We
talking.
were waiting for you to call on us, like, in school.
Yeah, you gotta like take a breath between words and maybe we'll start talking.
Yeah, it's okay. So, the white men have finished talking. You may have your turn.
But I have so many sandwiches to make. I don't have time.
When did this become about sexism?
Well, we had racism, so now it's sexism. What other isms? What's on isms on Tumblr
We
right
started with ableism.
I told you.
Hold on,
That
let
is
me-
a literal thing that I read about. People are mad about Rocket Raccoon.
Well, 3 people on Tumblr. Whose
Why?
opinions don't matter.
Raccoon. Yeah.
Nick,
Because he's ableist, because he makes jokes at the expense of disabled people.
The real
Yeah,
funny
criminals
part is I'm gonna
and the
post this to
kill.
Tumblr.
Yeah, how dare you make fun of anyone ever? I mean,
Right?
we just made fun of Bly horribly. And now he's sad.
Are
and
we
he's on
are we
Tumblr.
biased?
I'm just waiting for you guys to answer the question. I get corrected for not letting you, and now you're just taking your sweet time not answering the question.
We're punishing
It's
you.
a matter of principle, all right?
It was the plan the whole time.
All right. So,
Tell
Jess.
me more about your principles.
me? Okay.
Yeah. Why
I,
That was a good laugh.
yeah. Can I talk about my first cosplay, which wasn't really a cosplay, and it was a really long time ago before I met any of you guys?
Sure.
Okay. It was just like a weird little. I happened to notice I had the exact same outfit in my closet as a character from an anime, and I wore it to ASEN back in like 2004 or 5. It was a really long time ago. But then I didn't do any costume stuff because I really wasn't interested in it until I happened to make like an X-Men costume for Halloween, and then Taylor got on me and she was just like, why don't you actually make a costume and come hang out with me at the conventions? And I thought, okay. And then it kind of just was peer pressure from then on. People kept asking me to do costumes, and then I kept finding cool costumes, so I was like, okay, I guess I could try this out.
Nice.
Well, Missy.
I went to the first No Brand Con when I was in high school, whatever year that started, with 2 friends who were nerdy, but they were not very good friends. And I made a costume because I realized last minute that people wear costumes to this type of thing. And it was Kagome from Inuyasha. And I made the skirt out of like the thickest like polyester green fabric you could find, and the shirt was like a t-shirt that I like also made a green, really thick green thing to put over the top of it. And then the wig was this Halloween wig that was just terrible. So that costume doesn't exist anymore. It got destroyed a long time ago so that nobody can ever see it, and there are no pictures anywhere. Yep. And then I didn't cosplay for years after that because I kind of fell out with those girls. And I ran into Tyler when we were both going to community college. And he told me about Detour, and I'm pretty sure his whole plan was to ask me out. And that's why he was inviting me to Detour. But that didn't work out for him. And I got to go to Detour, so... there you go.
Questionable motives.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Well, Nick, do you have a story?
What?
No.
Who?
Nick.
I just
Nick.
said,
Rick.
oh no, I just
Rick.
attached.
Rick.
Rick goes where he wants.
Steph.
Here's the call of the open road. I got nothing.
Open road con.
Steph.
Well, the first con I ever went to was a Buffy convention when I was like 15. And that wasn't really, there were some people dressed up, but I was wearing like some Buffy shirt or something. But I was already making like nerdy costumes for Halloween. Like I did Bust a Groove in like 6th and 7th grade, and then I made Selfie from Final Fantasy VIII in 8th grade. And then I found out about that people go to cons. I found out about anime cons. I think my first one was Reactor in, I have no idea what year it was, but I think I was 16. So about 11 years ago. and I think I did Chigusa from Battle Royale and Selfie at that con. So, and then my Selfie wig then was a horrible, scary explosion frizz mess, and then I got a much better Selfie wig that I styled, and it was nice. But yeah.
I think I remember seeing your stuff at that point, because I don't remember the wig being that bad.
Yeah, no, these pictures are not on the internet.
Oh, you know what? I have to add to my story. Oh, sorry, you're not done with yours.
It's okay. Go for it.
Okay, because you're actually Steph's actually who got me to continue cosplaying. Because I met you guys at Detour, and then you guys convinced us to come to ASEN, and that's why that was the second costume I ever made, was the one I made for ASEN that year, which also got destroyed, and there's no pictures of it.
What was it? Oh, was that the year we did Evangelion and you did,
I don't
Bleach?
actually remember.
Was that your Bleach costume?
Oh, that's what it was. No, I still have that one. It's really bad, too.
Oh, I thought it was cute.
That's right, I made a Bleach costume, and somebody told me my wig was the wrong color, was the first compliment I got.
Alright, Missy, I don't think you understand what a compliment is. We'll go over that later, alright?
You know, the best part was the character that I did at the time was only in the black and white manga, so I couldn't figure out how they had decided my wig was the wrong color.
Leon does not look his neck that way.
No, he doesn't. Not at all.
Yeah. So, Steph made me cosplay.
Yay!
Alright, so next question.
Taylor, it looked like you glitched out for a while there. You were frozen in, face. And then you were and then you went back to normal. I don't know if you said something in the span of...
That was just the demon leaving the body.
Or entering.
The Babadook.
Yeah.
That's just gas escaping.
Woohoo!
Okay, going back to what I said earlier, Jay wants to know what our thoughts are on the new Lego helicarrier. And I will pull up a picture.
I like Legos.
Wait, has everybody seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dale, did you see it?
How much is it, Kevin? $400?
Holy bejesus.
What? Is it the size of a house? Can you live in it?
Yeah, can I live in a Lego helicarrier?
It's almost 3 feet long, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, alright.
Wait, am I looking at the wrong one?
I'll screen share it.
It's the helicarrier from the Avengers.
I watched that last night.
I think I'm looking at the wrong one.
Is it made out of regular Legos or girl Legos?
Oh,
I don't know
regular
what the
Legos.
difference is.
What are girl Legos?
They're pink and they're slightly bigger.
Hey man, I had some of those. They weren't the same. They were actual Legos, but they were all pink, and it was a girl set from back in the 90s.
I
And
thought
it was
the bigger ones for... God. I thought the bigger ones were toddlers or something. The ones that aren't...
Duplo?
Yeah, I think the bigger ones are for toddlers. Also girls, apparently.
Not girls, you jackass.
All right, this is the Lego helicarrier, and it is $349.99.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Those cute little Lego people.
Yep, and then it comes with those. I wish they just sold this separately.
I want that shield thing.
My only question is whether or not it can still identify the terrorists by their DNA signatures.
But this is the shield helicarrier. It's not one of the
okay.
Ooh,
the
command
smaller
center.
ones.
Yep.
Oh, cute.
I think I say that only based on.
I think it's the Avengers one. I don't think it's the Winter Soldier one.
No, yeah, because it had the command center where everybody freaks out the whole movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Spider-Man slaying Galaga.
Thing, yeah.
If I may, the new Lego set isn't tied to the upcoming sequel. It is in the 2012 film The Avengers.
Okay. Mystery solved.
It's almost 3,000 pieces.
Yep.
Kevin, can we get a stamp every time we solve a mystery? And it'll say mystery solved.
Jinkies gang, that was fantastic.
And just go thank the Google, and that's it.
Thank the Google.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we have all the makings of a Scooby gang. I just think we need a stamp that says mystery solved.
So, wait, who's Scooby?
Yeah, who's the dog?
Kevin.
Is it gonna be Steph because she's the smallest?
No, it's Kevin.
Kevin just didn't laugh.
Kevin.
Kevin can do the Scooby laugh, so
I
he's
just
Scooby.
did.
It kind of.
It did. Oh, well, I'm not gonna do it again.
Yes, you are.
Oh.
Well, all right. Well, then who's Shaggy?
I will be both of them. I want to eat all the sandwiches. What?
You can be a one-man Scooby Gang.
Yes, I can.
Kevin's everybody. We're the bad guys.
He's also
Good.
Mystery solved.
Yes, mystery solved. Did you want
Kevin
to
is
figure
the Scooby Gang.
out? Did you want to figure out the rest of it?
I just want it to look like a stamp.
All right, you're gonna make me make that stamp. You made like 3 references to it already.
Mystery solved. And I'm going to do it every month.
all we have to do is make 3 references, and you'll make things.
We're going to solve 1 mystery per month. It's a new segment.
Can we ask you riddles? Will that count?
No. Riddles will be thrown into the trash.
Where's this trash now?
All right. Well, Wendy wants to know a question about
Wait, she wants
what is
She wants an answer?
There was no way you were getting past that one.
Are we playing Jeopardy now?
I can't brain.
Wait.
I can't brains. What is your favorite dessert to make, and when and will you make it the next time you come to visit? I don't know. I'd probably make tiramisu, and then Dale would hate it because it has coffee flavors.
I'll make
So
angel
probably
food cake.
not. Angel food is okay.
Make that thing you made on my birthday, Missy.
Oh, the Nutella cheesecake?
Yeah.
So good.
Dale, what's
Bring
your
that thing.
favorite dessert?
Wait, what?
What's your favorite dessert?
I guess it
To
would
eat or
just
to
have
make?
if I had to make it or if I had to eat it. There's a difference.
Eat it.
To make it.
Eat it would probably, I don't know. I'm not really big of a dessert person, but I guess if I had to say, it would just be cheesecake.
All right. Well, realistic cheesecake. Do you like Nutella?
It's just chocolatey.
Don't like
Right.
What's the flavor?
I don't like chocolate. Well, I don't like it that much.
That's racist.
Yep, pretty much. Hate those M&M fuckers.
We already did racism.
That was a no-bake cake that we made for Steph's birthday, the Nutella one, and I feel like you could replace the Nutella with pudding pretty easily.
Ooh, yeah, that would be delicious.
Pudding. Oh, that would be amazing.
When did it become the Food Network?
Well, Steph, the frosting on that cake was a pudding frosting.
It was delicious.
My favorite dessert is Costco cake.
That's pretty good. I like the triple chocolate mousse cake I made on New Year's. That's pretty good.
It's not as good as
But
Costco cake.
I'm not making. Hey, you don't know that. You didn't have any.
It sounded like a threat.
It usually is. It becomes one.
Well, I'm not making those for anybody. 'Cause
Like I told Kevin that he
Don't
could
care
make a good
about
pumpkin
us.
pie.
I don't.
See? That poor cat looks like it's...
If Wendy wants, I can bring cookies that I will break off of a thing and then put it on a pan and put in the oven.
right off a thing. You know, we have knives now. There's utensils now.
No,
you know?
it's there's the break. We're shaking, or not shaking break.
Shake and
I have
bake.
no idea what the hell Steph is talking about now. Well, I'm just gonna get the shake and break, and I'll break the cookies off, and then I'll put it in the pan, and then presto, my
No,
favorite.
you can
Shake
get
and
those
break them.
squares and you can break off the pieces and you put them. They're just cookie dough.
I still have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Nestle,
Are you talking like
Nestle
know what you're
Tool's
talking
house.
about. What she's talking about
What?
is really lame.
what?
Those break and serve cookies are not
Oh,
the
Yeah.
cookies.
You
That
know
is
what?
my
sister's
ability.
volleyball team used to sell those.
Oh, I thought you were saying that those are good, and I was like, I don't know about that.
I'm just saying that's my ability of cooking.
If it's a lazy thing, that's a different thing.
You can find
Wow.
good versions of those sometimes.
Actually, I
made
made
I made some
like
myself.
spicy chocolate chip cookies last year, and that was really good actually. I made those from scratch, and that was pretty sweet.
I would eat
Oh, with the Red Hots?
No,
Oh, okay.
this had like chili powder and Tabasco sauce and stuff in them.
Hmm.
It was crazy.
I keep
And
checking Twitter to see if
Wendy,
Monty is okay.
I would probably make tiramisu.
So make it.
I would. but Dale would be like, I'm not going to eat this. It has coffee in it. So
I do hate coffee.
I don't know.
And fine. I'm used to people having coffee and chocolate.
Dale, you would just be like, I'll just have more pizza then.
Oh, can we make a coffee chocolate cake thing?
I would be down.
I like how Missy's eyes just kind of wandered off into nothing while she was thinking about the. Can we have a coffee chocolate thing? Yes.
What Missy wants to discover is the thing that will kill Dale, but not kill any of us.
You'd have to put some onions on it, and then then maybe.
Missy has a secret way of killing each of us that she's just saving just in case.
Well, she is a Loki cosplayer, so I'd believe it. All right.
Only if we step out of line, though.
I'm the misunderstood kind of Loki cosplayer, you guys. I'm just so lonely.
I have never seen fake crying like that, and I'm the oldest of 6, alright?
She killed 80.
I just need to rub my eyes on this cat.
This is why I can't turn left.
Get me out of here.
This is why I can't turn left.
Oh my god, that cat was so staticky, she just shocked my ears through my headphones.
Yeah, that's what you get.
And no one feels sorry for you.
I'm out of cats. That was 3 cats. Come back.
You're only.
Away after one use, they're reusable.
They go over the back of the couch. They come back around the front.
There's so many old cats back there.
Well, done with that cat. Better open a fresh batch.
We'll call this one Squid Nipples.
They all look the same, so nobody can prove anything.
My parents now? Well, we're on Fluffy 6, but he still thinks the thing's lived for 30 years. So.
I have one now.
Alright, so next question.
I'm actually going to skip to the last one so I can end on a different one. But Tabby on Twitter wants to know, do you plan on going to Planet Comic-Con here in Kansas City? That's March 13th through the 15th. I just checked. I have to work that weekend.
That's the Indiana weekend.
That's Indiana.
Yeah.
So that's a resounding no.
We will be in Indiana.
Not
Indiana.
However, if you would like to come up to C2E2, we will all be at that. That is the following month.
We go to C2E2 always.
Yes, that is the guarantee. Yeah, but
Unless
that's a little bit further. Okay, so Shayna wants to know, would you rather have a Mabari-sized Nug or a Nug-sized Mabari?
Well, we already know the answer to, like, Bly's question.
I want a Mabari, and it's going to be, hey, look, I already have one.
Yeah, that's the point. We could see it in the mirror.
I actually have the perfect answer to this.
That's called a pug.
I ended up with a Nug that was bigger than a Mabari. I had one that was the size of a horse.
Of course.
Yeah.
The Nugalope.
Yeah, the Nugalope. I rode him. We were friends.
But what would you prefer? Would you prefer a Mabari-sized Nug then?
Clearly, I would prefer a Mabari-sized Nug.
Little bunny pigs that are not so little.
Yes.
Can it be one of those golden ones?
Yes.
Golden Nug?
Yeah.
That's a little bit bigger. I suppose that kind of counts.
Well, it could be a gold-colored big one. And we are all agreed.
The camera put it on you. So what would you choose?
Oh.
Yes.
Probably the Nug-sized Mubari.
Okay, I would agree.
Isn't that just a Chihuahua?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
would say it's more like a French Bulldog because Mabaris are kind of built.
I suppose, yeah.
I feel like if it was a Mabari-sized Nug, don't they have like really big buck teeth that can bite you?
They will bite you. They will take you down.
Yeah, I heard all that.
About how gross their feet are.
My Nugalope had big horns too, so.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like an interesting creature.
Dale, Jess.
Well, Mabari, or the Nug-sized Mabari.
Yeah, I'm with
Nug-sized
that
Mabari.
one.
Okay.
I like French bulldogs. So.
I didn't think of it in terms of a French Bulldog. I like those.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to clean after something that fucking big.
That's a good point too.
I'm pretty sure the fucking, Mabari-sized Nug is gonna shit all over the fucking place. Because that thing looks like pretty dumb of an animal.
You guys are throwing out some good
Food you made
counter
it
arguments here.
for by. That's basically what a nug is.
I'm stuck with mine though. I mean, you guys are throwing up some good points. I already made the
Oh,
choice.
Better get a shovel.
I was about to ask if you wanted to come over to our side, the correct side.
I can't. I have my big fat ugly nug, and I'm gonna.
Have fun with it, shitting all over the place, and not.
I'm gonna get my shovel.
You know, we don't have to keep the nugs in our house. We could like build a barn or something.
I'm gonna keep it in the house.
It's a Barney.
He's committed.
Down. Off the no biting. Off the couch. He doesn't listen. He doesn't listen.
Well, of course not. He's a fucking nug.
Yeah.
How the hell does that thing ever listen to anyone?
It's the same size brain inside the Mabari size body.
When you tame it with Master Dennett.
Okay, let's put it this way. Liara. No.
That's Mass Effect.
Liliana,
yes.
Yeah, sorry. So, Liliana couldn't even take care of the thing anymore when it came to Inquisition. She had someone else do it.
Schmooples?
Schmooples and 2.
Schmooples number 2, it's true.
Yeah, she gave them to someone else to take care of. That's how bad they are.
That's because they didn't want to animate it into the game.
Yeah.
I mean, but
She's kind of busy.
you could eat it, right?
That's what the dwarves do.
Yeah.
Just get this giant nug, have a couple roasts, and then all your problems are solved.
I don't. What? Like disease solved.
Yay.
Financial problems solved.
All right. Are we done with this topic? I'll
I
go on
suppose
to
we
the
are.
final question then.
Final question.
Or final talking point.
The final countdown.
Also, I want to hear some crazy convention stories. So why don't we go with your craziest convention story?
I want to tell one about Missy.
All right, Nick.
Okay.
Okay. So, I might have told this. I don't care if Missy's actually on this one. So, me, Kevin, Dale, Steph, and Missy are walking down the road. This is C2E2 2011. We were, she knows. we were taking them to, I believe, the train station. And
Oh.
see?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know now.
Okay, so I forget how it comes up. I'm not exactly sure. But Missy's talking, and she says, "Do you guys remember when the Pope? It's like the time that the Pope got hit in the face by a bird." And we were like, "What?"
Riding a roller coaster.
Yeah, he was riding a roller coaster, the Pope, and he got hit in the face by a bird. And so I'm picturing like the Pope with his hat, like the staff, just like on a roller coaster, bird, and then.
And I'm like, why didn't the box protect him? Because I figured they didn't have a Pope coaster.
But we were sitting there, and it was just, she said this, and then it was quiet for like a couple seconds, and I went, Fabio got hit by a bird on a roller coaster. And Missy went, oh yeah, I always get them confused. That's my favorite thing that ever happened in the history of my life.
I didn't say anything because I had no idea what the hell was going on. I really thought she just randomly put words together, and that's what came out.
I remember we also ran into the bucket with all the shrapnel in it. We started.
The hobo weapon there.
That's what I thought you were going to talk about. I'm like, I'd like to note that I wasn't actually there for that.
That was
It was the same
walking
walk.
excursion. Yeah.
It was the same
But
thing.
okay, to be fair, I don't give a
remember
crap
that.
about I didn't give a crap about famous people at that time. And by confusing them, I meant all famous people everywhere. For all I know, it could have been Mother Teresa that got hit by that bird on that roller coaster. Because I
the best
don't
thing.
care.
It was amazing. It was the funniest thing ever.
I'm like, okay then.
Dale, tell a convention story.
What?
Dale, convention story.
I'm trying to think of a crazy one. Most of them usually involve Bly in some way, shape, or form. Like, all the screaming fangirls were, like, it got to the point where I could start picking them out. Because they'd have that moment where they'd slowly turn their head, and then their eyes would go like the Grinch and grow like 3 sizes too large. And then you would hear the shriek, like the shrill. Look at Bly's face right now. He can hear it in his head because he's screamed so many times. Like that, just that blood-curdling thing. and then just running across the thing. I swear she knocked over, like in the movies where she knocked over a handicapped woman or something, an elderly person, to get to Alistair.
Yeah, like in the movies about Alistair.
But the best one was the one where it was just completely awkward, where she came up to Bly and was just asking him. She was playing 20 questions, and he couldn't answer all of them. Like the one where she's like, "Can I have your phone number, your address, your blood type, what clothes you wear?"
That was at 18 and 11. We're getting some feedback. Whoever's got their speakers running right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's you, Kevin.
Yeah.
It's not me. I have headphones on.
But yeah, so it's probably that's. I'm trying to think of a crazier one, kind of a thing. All right. Well, what about you, Bly, then? Do you think of a crazy one?
No. I don't know. Jess, do you have any? I'm trying to think of one right now.
I've got a story.
Oh, okay.
Once upon a time at OhioCon.
Oh, I was going to tell this story too.
Oh no!
We can tell it together.
Yeah, because I'm sure I'll miss some parts. Me and Steph and Allie.
We were totally sober, by the way.
Totally, really super duper sober on the giant staircase. We were so sober, we were laughing and maybe falling over a little bit. And
sober people normally do.
Yeah, sober people definitely do that. And this guy comes up to us and he's like, "Hey, you're girls. You should come to this singles panel we're running because there's no girls in there." And they're like, "We're going to help guys figure out how to get dates." And we're like, "This sounds like a super great sober idea." So we went with this suave man to his singles panel.
Whose name was Thursday, I believe.
Of course it was.
His name was Thursday because he asked me what I was doing on Friday, and I said I had a date.
Was who on first?
I'm pretty sure that's what was going on. So we followed him where we were totally of age to be in the singles panel and be doing all the things that we were doing. And
That's it for her.
Oh no!
That's a really good stopping point for Missy.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, okay, you're back.
Whoa. Where did I leave off?
You said and.
You were like, I don't.
You said that you
You went into the panel and
you were totally of age.
But it just stopped.
Oh, okay, so we went in, and they sat us in the front, and they asked us lots of questions and expected intelligent answers. And that's not what they got.
we also told them that our names were Buffy, Willow, and Harmony.
We did do that. Yep.
That sounds about
we
right.
told them. They asked us what happens when you buy a girl you don't know a drink. We said she gets a free drink.
To be fair, that's pretty accurate of an answer anyways.
Yeah.
They made me do a demonstration up on stage illustrating this point as well.
Yeah. It was kind of a ridiculous panel of very truthful answers from us and a lot of angry people about our truthful answers. Really pissed off. I remember I told somebody, somebody asked how you get a really hot girlfriend, and I said, maybe go to the gym or put in as much effort as she is. And they didn't like that answer.
They wanted to order one.
I think we got booed, actually,
We
for that.
did.
Yeah. There's some other things that we said. We went to Escape.
Say them
We had
because they're explicit.
Yeah. We're going to leave it out.
I
mean,
had a
it was
nice quote. No, I'm not going to say it.
No, we'll tell you in person sometime.
I need to know in person. Just by the way, I need to know in person.
Okay, just note it next time. We went to.
Yeah, I said something very explicit, and then some other things happened, and then Missy got embarrassed or something and went under the table, and then her butt hit the table, and then the water pitcher fell over, and then the entire table fell over, and then we crawled out of there on our hands and knees.
We got like
Five
done with it.
toddlers, ladies and gentlemen. 5 toddlers.
We got like
I would give you a standing ovation for that because that just sounds like a comedy of errors.
I would
That's
describe
very funny.
slow
What
clapping.
happened was we got done with the panel, like we wanted to leave, and we were in the front of this giant room of single angry guys, and I was like, let's crawl out of here. Let's get on our hands and knees and crawl away, because that sounds like a great escape plan at this point. Didn't work out, but I think we still crawled out.
We did. We crawled the entire way, even though we knocked the entire table over.
Yeah,
we just crawled out of there.
Left it behind us. We were done.
This is great because I've never heard this story before.
Oh. I'll tell you the other part, Nick.
Yeah, we'll tell you more.
Good.
Proud moments
Yeah.
of OhioCon.
Anybody else?
The only one that's coming to mind for me is the soup incident.
The soup incident.
It's not really that crazy.
What about the murder pizza?
There's some. Why does it always come back to food?
Because you're the food guy.
Yeah, I am the food guy. So, some words of wisdom if you're in Chicago: never order an extra large deep dish pizza. There's
Without
a reason.
glaze.
Oh,
There's a reason they're only about this big. Because when you get them and they're the size of that, they're really hard to eat. Because, you have a layer of everything like that. So this giant wedge of pizza, we didn't have plates.
Or knives or forks, yeah.
No utensils. So it was like we had
It's like Gilligan's Isle.
We have these slices of pizza we literally can't pick up and eat because they were too hot. So I'm like, well, I'm just too hungry. So I literally just started. I'll pull up a picture.
It wasn't because it was too hot to hold. It was because it was too hot. The sauce was still in a completely liquid form.
Yeah, that too. It didn't congeal enough.
Right.
There is a picture, and I'm gonna scroll through. Jess, if you've got the story, while I scroll through all of these.
Is this just crazy stories? Is that what it is?
This is crazy convention stories. That's what we were asked.
Well, there was that time that Missy pulled the chair out. I just felt like I had to bring that up again. But what comes to mind also is when I got into that really awkward conversation with the kilt guy.
Oh, the kilt guy.
I have no idea.
Oh. Okay, well, we were at Dragon Con. It was like it was the first year I think we were there. And we were all up taking pictures. I think everybody was in their Dragon Age costumes, and we were like filming videos and just kind of hanging out. And then Wendy and Jay were up there. They were taking pictures. And I had been told to get a picture of a guy in a kilt for one of my friends. Outside of our convention groups, he just wanted to see.
Ironically.
Well, yeah, it was like an ironic thing. So I kept trying to take like candid kilt pictures and sending him all weekend because it was funny. And so I kind of mentioned that fact to Wendy when she realized what I was trying to do. And so then she actually called one of the guys over, and I was like, no, don't do that. And she was just like, can you pose for this picture? And I was just like, oh no, what has happened?
What have you rocked?
This is all Wendy's fault because she called the guy over. And then he just started talking to me, and he handed me like this little thing that says, come to our kilt blowing later tonight.
Please tell me they all posed like Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they have
my brain wanted to think of Marilyn Manson. I'm like, no, incorrect.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of leaf blowers.
They apparently get a bunch of girls. I'm assuming a lot of it's just a bunch of girls, and they give them leaf blowers, and they just, go after the kilt guys.
Go after the kilt.
Never gonna catch me!
So I was in this very awkward conversation trying to get out of it as quickly as possible, and finally I took my chance, and I saw our group going to leave, and so I ran after them. And I was like, sorry.
She pulled the main chute and it tore, so she had to
But the guy was like, he just gave me the dirtiest look and was just like, if you didn't want to talk anymore, you could have just said something. And I was like, nope. I bailed. I got away from you guys.
Wendy was over by me while you were talking to that guy, and she goes, I think you need to go save your girlfriend. I said, nope, this is her dishwashing liquid. She can soak in it.
It was all Wendy's fault, though.
It was.
Oh, good. I have the picture. I found it.
The murder pizza?
So this is the murder pizza when it comes up.
Yes.
So yeah, don't get a deep dish pizza that big because you won't be able to eat it properly.
You look like you have unhinged your jaw and are eating that thing like a snake.
Yeah, kind of
Or,
eats like a duck.
expensive just to order one, because that would have helped too.
I think it looks like he's turned to eating man.
Yeah.
As we see here, the Kevin in its natural habitat unhinges his jaw to devour the small creature it has found in its room.
As Taylor
It knows that it will soon devour the rest of the family.
It's amusing that I actually didn't wear my Alistair costume to that con, because as Taylor states in the comments there, good lord, it's like Dragon Age gore.
Yeah. And I see that you actually named it the murder pizza on March 20th of 2011.
Yeah, it is totally the murder pizza. But the soup incident, if you guys want me to tell that one,
I want to hear it.
Might as well.
it's full of regret, kind of. The soup is
Oh,
good.
the soup. Okay.
Yeah, what did you
Wait,
think I was going to
was
talk
this
about?
the same day as my birthday and we went to B-dubs after this happened?
Yes.
No.
It is. Yeah, it's the same day.
You guys probably did.
No, you did.
No,
It's
you
the
came
same
with,
one.
you
It's the
came
same
with.
one. It's the same.
How? I was way too full to eat anything after that.
Yeah,
And he
Dale
didn't
and I
do
drove back.
You
Dale and I
guys
drove
are
back
so
home.
wrong. You're so wrong right now.
Jess, this is the same day that you and I were in the back of the truck, and we screamed at each other
Yeah.
like pterodactyls.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was my birthday. I went home and then we went out to dinner and had that Lego pizza or Lego cake when we got back.
Lego
I
pizza.
remember the Lego cake.
Because
You
we
remember going to B-dubs?
How did it? No, we left Rosemont in the morning. We stopped at TGI Fridays. Then the
Mhm.
soup incident occurred. Then we went back to Jess's, and then later on in the night, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings for a birthday.
So, the soup incident happened at some period of time.
Yeah, which I'm going to talk about now. Honestly, I don't remember anything after the soup incident because I had a soup incident coma. Soup induced. TGI Fridays saw it fit that I consumed so much food that they would throw in the coma for free.
Uh-huh.
So we got to, it was after ACEN, I think this was 2011. It was after that, we basically all went to TGI Fridays afterwards. And it was like, okay, it's lunchtime, so I'm just going to benefit from this lunch special, which is like unlimited breadsticks, salad, and soup. And the soup of the day was broccoli cheddar soup. I like broccoli cheddar soup a lot, and theirs happened to be really tasty. So I had probably half a dozen breadsticks, I had 2 salads, and I had 7 bowls of soup. And on the 6th one, I was like, okay, I'm done here. But somebody other than our waitress brought that soup, and then I got maybe a quarter of the way into it, and then our waitress came back, she's like, oh, you already have your soup. And she was about to leave, and I was like, wait, are you just going to throw that out? And she's like, I have to, it's company policy. So I'm like, leave the soup, I'll eat it.
And what did we learn?
That sometimes wasting food is okay.
Especially if you're going to die.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's the most I ever threw up. I can't bring it around to The Simpsons this time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I probably could if I tried hard enough, but
Yeah.
yeah, my stomach hurt. There was no.
Any turning to Audi. There you go.
Thank
Yep.
you, Dale. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I don't
I
understand why he doesn't just give it up and wear sweatpants.
Yarr, he says the crotch wears out too
No,
fast.
the Asian guy says
Yeah,
it.
that's why I tried to put an Asian.
I thought it was the sea captain.
No, the sea captain's asking.
Yarr, that's gonna replace the whale in me nightmares.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I know it's not specifically at a convention, but it's convention related, I guess.
I think you were still in your costume, to be fair.
I don't think I was.
No,
I think I
okay.
changed out of it.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Okay, so the one I will tell is the Raptor Jesus one.
Yes.
Also coincided with the Flying Kazone.
Dale, I can safely say that you've told both of those stories in tandem on the very first podcast.
Oh, I bet. I
'Cause I
bet.
listened to it today, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that.
No one listened to the first podcast.
In case they only tune in now because we have visuals, because everyone wants to see Nick. So, just like that one girl at Dragon Con.
Oh yeah.
That girl.
Fangirls.
It's
Hashtag.
Nick.
So, Bly and I were just sitting What was that? The Rosemont? That we were in?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. We were sitting by the elevators.
It was at the Hyatt.
Oh, it was at the Hyatt. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
That was what I was trying to figure out.
I thought you were talking about the
We were
convention.
just sitting there, and all of a sudden we hear a thud, and both of us turn around and look, and there is a guy with a raptor mask and a robe being slammed up against the window or the wall.
Yeah, wasn't it as the elevators were coming down?
I think it opened up and he ran in there, and that's when they bashed him against the wall because he was trying to run away from it.
Okay, because I remember like turning around, he was in the elevator.
Yes, exactly. So there's Raptor Robe Man in there with his robe completely undone, but he had like boxers on or something.
Briefs.
Yeah, briefs. I didn't. Yeah. So I didn't really see what was below the waist because I was more focused on the fact that I saw a raptor getting bashed against the wall.
Two words, Dale. Tighty whities.
Raptor, clever girl.
Yes.
Anyway.
By Kevin Klein.
Yeah, we found out that Raptor Tidy Whities was running around flashing people or whatever, so that was fun. And not more than, I would say, what, a half hour later?
Yeah, it was probably about a half hour.
Yeah, all of a sudden we hear another slap or whatever.
We found out what happened in front of us because we were at a couch that was angled straight towards it. And it was just like, okay, that's a thing.
All of a sudden, yeah, it just looked like some small creature splatted on the ground and burst into red, but it was really...
we didn't think it was red at first because we thought it was chocolate, remember?
Right. And so we're like, what the hell is that? And all of a sudden, like, 3 security guys come up and just, like,
formed a
guard the area. Don't get near it. We're like, oh, God, it might be really something bad. What if it was something really horrible? And we're like, oh, wait, it's a calzone.
Well, we used it for about a half hour.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really ironic that the guy who was guarding what I thought was like some sort of dessert.
Yeah.
His code name was chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah. At his best, it was chocolate.
And then I was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I walked past it. I'm like, oh, it's a calzone. Okay.
But it was pretty amazing how he stood there and made sure no one got near it. I don't know if they were going to, like, we're going to fingerprint it. We'll find out who did it. Either that or the time where that 300-pound security guard yelled at someone for going across the ropes.
That Dragon Con?
No, this was at ASEN.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the guy at Dragon Con that was like right in front of me, like, okay, I'm gonna just back off here.
No, I don't know. What story? Which one was that?
That was when they started closing off all the areas and everybody's getting really indignant.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Well, I mean, for that, it kind of makes sense because I'm assuming you ask nicely and half of them aren't going to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was I think it was Whitney and I were waiting in line to get tickets, and all of a sudden, so there's a whole bunch of the, whatever you want to call it, zigzags. Yeah. And most of them were empty, and this one of the guys kept going under all of them to get through all of them, and there's this 300-pound security guard that comes through, you can't do that, follow the lines, don't go under. And we're like, dude, there's no one there. We've got like 4 people in line. I think it'll be okay. So yeah, he just started going off on them, and I'm like, whoa, man. So, yeah.
Blood pressure rising.
Exactly. I'm like, jeez, go find someone who's got like a dangerous prop, who's bigger than that.
In their defense, if it was ASUN, there were probably plenty of people who had dangerous props.
Actually. Well, to be honest, I wouldn't trust half of ASUN anyway, so.
Yeah. IRT is a little crazy.
Mm.
But, it's. I think if they deferred to the police, that convention wouldn't be running anymore. So they'd probably have to come down hard on them. So
dude, is that real?
A guy thought my cardboard and PVC RPG 7 was a real prop or real gun or rocket launcher or whatever. And I'm like, yes, I brought this fully loaded rocket launcher to a convention. Makes perfect sense.
No one would suspect me at all.
Whatever, rude.
Does anybody have any other crazy stories they want to tell?
I don't have a crazy story, but I want to bring up something.
Okay. Uh-oh.
The Vera lithograph.
Okay.
I want to buy it, but at the same time, it's so wrong. Bianca's not right. Bianca doesn't have her grip, and just wanted to point that out.
I pre-ordered mine, and I'm going to love it.
I'm going to
Got
burn.
it.
I'm going to
Got
burn
it.
all of the ones I can find. What,
Dale,
Jess?
stop being a nerd.
You can customize Bianca in Inquisition, Dale.
No, it still has a freaking grip. Don't give me that crap.
Maybe it's folded up.
Elitist.
No, the grip doesn't fold up.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. I built one.
Maybe he used it to rip open his shirt and it broke off.
What?
That sounds legit to me.
Go open a fresh box of cats, all right?
A fresh box of cats.
I like how that's just insult to Missy when she very well might have a box of cats that are fresh.
Well, now I think she's dead.
That's all that was ever required.
She's going to show you the box of cats. Oh, okay.
There,
I think we should
Dale. Are you happy?
probably end this because we're coming up on like 2 hours.
Yeah, we should probably end it. This was a special edition 2015 January Super Friend Califragilistic. Like, this is the crew. Like, this is the original group. This is the Scoobies. You guys are privileged.
Nick. Thank you, Hipster Nick.
I am.
Welcome to this edition of the Very Long Con podcast.
That's what the glasses are for.
The season premiere.
The season premiere.
Yeah, it is.
That's why it's extra long. Fine, season finale? Do you want season finale?
Rick is out. He doesn't say chunks. Rick calls people chodes. So, later.
That's what I
chodes.
do.
That's probably why I've been doing it lately. I talk to you too much. I'm going to delete you from my phone.
Steph's a bad influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you'd like to ask us a question or give us a talking point topic like we've had so many of today, and we thank you for that, you can email us at thelongconpodcast, all one word, at gmail.com.
Yeah, see, look, you send us questions, you get good podcasts. We didn't gamble about nothing for like an hour.
Or feel free to send us complaints so we can make fun of you. It's fine.
If you send us complaints, then you will be fully bullied. We're gonna cyberbully you.
Would anybody like to spot their pages or Twitters or whatever?
Oh,
I told
yeah.
you to put. I want my Twitter when I said to put it.
I will put it there, I promise.
I want to pimp my website.
Go for it.
My website is stephanieplusverb.com if you want to put it in my fingers. It is also on Facebook as Stephanie plus Verb, or you can follow me on Twitter at Chigusa.
I will
With
put
2
those
eyes.
things on the screen. They're probably there right now.
Yay!
I don't need to. People keep finding me on Tumblr, and I don't understand how. I get like it's one every other day. All of a sudden, it's just like, someone's watching you on Tumblr. I'm like, I haven't posted stuff for like 6 months. What's going on, people?
Well, you just posted those 3 pages of pictures of you picking people up now, so.
Well, then, yeah, I haven't gotten any followers since then. Everyone's like
I
stuff.
immediately liked all 3 of those.
You can follow me on Tumblr. My Tumblr name is Missyapolis.
Hey, did you guys see? I got my full name on Tumblr. It doesn't have a dash in it anymore. It's
I'm
fancy.
gonna have to look and see if that's legit.
Yeah. If you go to the old one, it just says I moved because I kept it so I could say I moved.
Nice. It's like Tumblr username hoarders.
Yeah, I don't have any Hobbit posts in my timeline. I must have to re-follow you or something.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
No, wait. I changed the account. It shouldn't. You should
Okay.
still be following me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Anyone else? Otherwise, cut it.
All right. Nick, send us out unless, Jess, you want to pimp anything. Nope.
Jess lives in a cave on the moon, and she does
I
not
do.
want you to contact her.
Moon caves. You know what's funny, Nick? Moonball.
We're whalers
Moonball.
on the moon.
We
Moonball.
carry a harbor.
All right.
Later, Chodes.